Hello and welcome to day 77 of Bedtime Welsh. So we've had a couple of days of doing pwy sydd yn chwarae, pwy sydd yno, and so on. So take a breather from that today. We'll give you another new word, a word that you maybe will be able to use with pwy sydd a bit later on. So the word for today is the Welsh for garden. And the Welsh for garden is quite easy to remember actually. It's just gardd. Gardd. So that's a the sound as if you're saying the word the. Gardd. So garden is
gardd.
Gardd. Now, when you say the garden, you change it ever so slightly. It becomes instead of being gardd, it becomes ardd. So for the, and then ardd for garden. Ardd is the garden. So can you give me the garden? Ardd. Now, you might have heard this before, but you might not. So the Welsh for in, little word, in, is just un. It's a little bit like the un you've been using sometimes when you say dwi yn chwarae, but it means something different. So this time it's just in is un. So can you work out in the garden?
Yn ardd.
Yn ardd. Yeah, it can be a little bit tricky to say that, but if you practice it, you'll get the hang of it. Yn ardd. Okay, so how about in the garden now?
Yn ardd rŵan.
Yn ardd rŵan. You heard Beino just drop the R from rŵan to say rŵan, which is a common enough thing. You'll hear it said like that. Don't worry if you say it differently. Either way is fine. So, yn ardd rŵan. How about in the garden tonight?
Yn ardd heno.
Yn ardd heno. And I think one more, maybe two more for today. How about to play? To play in the garden.
Chwarae yn ardd.
Chwarae, or chwarae if you're being posh, chwarae yn ardd. Okay, last one for today now. How about I want to play in the garden? I think Beino is off to go and play in the garden. Pa ydym mynd, Beino? Dwi angen chdi fama. I want to play in the garden.
Dwi isio chwarae yn ardd.
Dwi isio chwarae yn ardd. Is that why you're off? Is that what you want to do now? You want to go and play in the garden?
No.
No. Okay. Well, we'll see you again tomorrow. But for tonight, that's it. Hwyl am y tro.
Ta!